Okay, last one for today. We got OKB here, paired against Tether. So you can see on this daily, massive bull candle yesterday, completely blew through the zone that I would have considered shorting, but let's just see. Yeah, didn't really have any entries. Well, actually, no, I probably would have shorted here. So this would have been a really bad trade that I would have lost if I would have taken it and I would have seen it. If you disregard this massive candle through this zone here, as of this 4-hour candle, you know, breaking this zone and then retesting and rejecting, I mean, I probably would have sold that. Price was way below the moving average at the time of this candle, so yeah, would have considered a short position there. So this changes a lot of things. I'm glad I missed that trade because it would have been a losing trade. But now price is heading into this area here, so this might actually be your new short position. But now it's above this moving average, so you have to consider that, and you have to consider that yesterday was very bullish. I mean, like, insanely bullish. So, you know, do you really want to short something that's really bullish recently? So I don't know about that. So I do like this zone though. I do think it's a good zone. I think today's candle, although there's still 9 hours and 40 minutes left on today's candle, I do think it's quite a bit weaker than yesterday's, obviously. So price could definitely be slowing down in this zone. There's actually another zone here. If we just extend this to maybe the top here, there's this zone as well that price did respect. So I mean, if this is one of those currencies now at this time where it's like there's trade setups, but they're not really worth taking in comparison to all the other currencies we have. So like if today's candle closes below this zone, you're like, well, yes, I could short it, you know, because it's obviously rejecting this area, but where's it going to go to? You know, maybe down here or this zone here that I previously drew. But, you know, at what cost? Like, it's kind of, you know, your price action as far as like rejection shows that it's rejecting this zone and it's possibly selling off, but then price is above this moving average, and then literally, so that tells me it's bullish. But then also price, you know, yesterday I had this massive bullish candle, so you're like, well, I don't really want to short something that has this much bullish momentum, but it is at this zone of rejection. So you're just really conflicted. Then you have this, you know, on a weekly assessment, there's all these wicks in this area. You can see actually that this zone held right here. So there's a good chance that this weekly candle closes below here and then might be a good short. But at the same time, even if this weekly candle closes below this zone, which I think it will, if it closes below, you know, 44.70, it's still very bullish and engulfing versus the previous week. So, and it's making higher lows. It's not making higher highs, but it's making higher lows. So you're really conflicted with all the info, and it's just basically you look at this for a few minutes, you do exactly what I just did, you mark everything out, you consider it, you consider all your possibilities, and then you just walk away because there's nothing here that is worth taking a trade. And like I said, if I had seen this a couple days ago and I had taken that original trade that I had marked down here, you know, based on these 4-hour candles closing, you know, wicking heavily at that zone, you know, I would have shorted this and I would have lost on that trade. So just because the momentum is all over the place in both directions, so you can't really, there's no sense in taking this trade when there's other currencies, other things to trade that are much more probable and in your favor without conflicting information. This is just too iffy, right? It's rejecting these zones, but it's got a ton of bullish momentum going into them. So OKB, in my opinion, is all over the place, not worth any risk. It's just it's worth just hanging out and looking at other pairs and taking much better setups that are higher probability, higher risk to reward, very there's no confronting, no conflicting data. It's just very everything correlates perfectly and is aligned, whereas this is just not. So that's OKB. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking it. Thanks for sharing it. Really appreciate all the support I'm getting with this new channel. I like to help people with economics. I think it's huge. I think it's how we get ahead in life, because anyone can learn to trade. It doesn't matter what country you live in or what you have access to. Everyone has access to something, and everyone can learn. So thank you guys. Please like this and share this and subscribe if you haven't. Really helps the channel grow and gets this information to more people, and I enjoy spreading it. So thank you.